Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be my 29th episode of Into the Woods, the Battle of Shiloh by GMT Games, part of the Great Battles of the American Civil War. In the previous episode, we'd seen Withers filling the gap between, filling in the right flank of Bragg's division and the left flank of Claiborne's brigade, which was part of Hinderman's division. And we also had some room of Clark moving in the rear to try to get to the Confederate right flank. So a lot of movement, no real engagement as yet with those units. What's going to happen now? Well, we saw in the last episode that Prentiss is up next, which is the Union 6th Division. And we'll see what they get up to now. So if you would like the video, that'd be much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and any comments I will enjoy reading and will respond to as quickly as possible. But let's go down to the map. Okay, so Prentiss has already had one activation. Notice the A1 on these units here. I'm not sure, he only got two divisions, two brigades attached to him. Let's see, he's got a blue, so Stuart as part of 5th Division. Don't think he has. Well, he's got this brigade here, reserve. Who's he? Oh, that's some cavalry. Okay, that looks like he's only got two. So he's got Miller, Peabody. Anybody else? No. Okay. Yes, looking up in my Shiloh 1862 by the campaign series of what they're called Osprey books. 6th Division, commanded by Prentiss, had 7,545 effectives. 1st Brigade, Colonel Everett Peabody. 2nd Brigade, Colonel Madison Miller. Then you have some cavalry, some artillery, and some unattached infantry, which we've just been that 15, what are they called? 15 Iowa, which we had working last time. Then there's some unassigned troops as well. So yeah, it looks like there's effectively two brigades. Now, let's bring up the alert schedule. We know they've had one activation each, so zoom in a little bit here. It says we're in the 7 a.m. terms, so it says roll for 35T, 5T. That's the 5th Division. Roll for 6T. Okay, see how many actual activations they've had. So we have to do a new die roll because I can't remember what the exact die roll was, because that was back in episode 16, 15-ish, when Prentiss last activated, and we're now on episode 29, so it was a bit of a while ago. So we've got to see how much. We know they've activated at least once, so now we've got to see if they're going to activate twice. So if we roll a 1 to 3 or a 0 to 3, because normally the 10 is 0 is, oh no, 0 is low in this system. God, some systems 0 is low, some systems, yeah, this one's low. So 0 to 3, there's a possibility of 2 activations. If I roll a 4, 5, 6, 4 to 9, that was it that they had last time. There was nothing else in the pot. So where's the die roll? And yes, I'm using this again for the die rolls for this game. They roll a 4. They only had one activation. So that Prentiss chit that we put in there, no, means nothing. So they don't do anything. That's it, done. So we will put that back on. Oh, I need to get my Union sheet up. Hold on there. Is it? No. Here we go. So it's a ruse. As far as it is to keep me unknowing is the main thing. So that chit that's sitting in here also needs to come out because we know it's a dud. So let me draw specific, draw Prentiss. Okay, that means that is actually bogus. So the next chit drawn is Ruggles. I think that's second to one. We might as well actually finish this turn, mightn't we? Okay, so Ruggles is over here. They've had one activation, so it's going to be their second activation. And we might as well start with Pond. We're not going to change any orders. We need to get across this Shiloh branch. Okay. I'm not sure if any of these are thickets. I can't really differentiate between what is a wood and what is a thicket. I know these are marshes and such forth, so yeah. And we actually have a little road here that might help get some of these units across. So let's see. We're going to start with Pond. Who moves? He's already got his extended marker on there, so he moves into there. And I'm going to have that sort of has to follow there, doesn't it? Okay, so that is 1.5, or is it the slope as well, which is +1? So it's 2.5, but then he follows the road for 3, 4. Now the 4 I think is no extra. Yeah, it's no extra. So I've lost my count now. 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Right, hold on. Oh man, 1.5 on there, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. You know what? I'm gonna. Is that correct? Have I bollocks that up? 1.5 onto there. No, he was already there, wasn't he? That's right. That was the extended marker, so it was 1.5. So no, I don't know. I can't remember. So what, shall I just rewind all that? Because I can't remember what on earth I was doing. There we go. Right, let's do that again. Sorry, I know it's in the video. I'm not going to edit it out. You now see how complicated this is. So the woods is 1.5, and then the slope adds a +1. So that's 2.5 to there. Which means that goes there. That's 3.5 to there. That's 4.5 to there. That's 5.5 to there. Okay. It would take another movement point for him to absorb himself, which he won't do. Okay, the next unit, 1.5 to there. Oh, he's on a slope, so it's 2.5. 3.5 becomes 4 to there. To go across the stream into the marsh. Is that 4? The marsh itself is 3. So no, he hasn't got enough there. This unit goes. I'll do this one. 1.5 through. Yeah, 4. That's 1.5. 3 +1 for the slope is 4. He doesn't have enough to go in the marsh. Whereas this guy does. Wow. And it's slow. 1.5. No, it's 1. He's on a road. Yeah, he's on a road. 1, 2. You might as well go in there for 3. So that's 5. Pond will sit here. No, because believe it or not, it's a 2 for woods. That would actually put this guy out of command. If he's here, that puts him out of command. So he might as well go there. Blimey. Don't get much command range out of some of these guys. 3 hexes, that's appalling. But that's his second activation. Okay, and he's got some artillery back here, which can now move. Okay, so because it was out of command, so that's 3, 6, 7.5. So it's still going to be out of command. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay. These red ones, that's it. That's Anderson's brigade. Whew, this is hard going, this terrain. All right, so this is a gully with a river, or sorry, stream. Gully itself is +1. The stream itself is +1. That's +2. So to go into there is 1.5. +2, so that's 3.5 to there. 4, 5 to there. Okay. That's 2.5. +1.5 is 4. 5, 6 for the gully and stream. Yeah, this is not moving very quickly, is it? Okay, these two, 1.5, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Anderson needs to get across there. There he is. And there's A1. We'll delete that for an A2. Okay. And that's his advanced shit. Is it? Okay, he's got his artillery there. Now, these artillery can really only sort of cross at this point over here because it can't move through that marsh terrain. I mean, I suppose it could cross over here, but either way, I mean, he's moving towards the Corinth Road in the sense that these guys carry on moving. Yeah, all right. So maybe, I don't know. Bloody awful terrain. bloody awful terrain, Spur. Can cross streams. All right. Let's get Ruggles off there. Let's get this artillery. Okay. So that's crossing a crest rather than a gully. Is there a crest cost? I can't see one. There's gradual up, down, up, down. No, that's a ridge, not a crest. A ridge. There's no additional cost. Right. Okay. So that's 1.5. No, it's not. For artillery, that's 3. 6. Okay. That's yeah. That's them done. And then finally, Gibson's. Looks like we're going to be trying to cross near where the 77th Ohio is. So 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. 1.5. Well, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Using the actual trail there. God, this is a big regiment. 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6. Cavalry. 2 plus 1 for the stream, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. 2 plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gibson? Right. Well, we want it to be sort of, he's got a command range of 4. As soon as he gets one of these infantry in command, that's fine. So we don't want him to be too far. Has he got any artillery loitering at the back? I don't particularly see any, but doesn't mean I haven't missed any. No. Okay, so Ruggles himself wants to keep all of those in command. He's got command range of 6. Where's the best place for him? Phew. Remember, through the woods is costing 2. So if we place him here, that would be 2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 3, 4, 6. If we place him here, that will be 2, 4, 5 for the stream. I think leaders pay extra for the stream because it's done in leader command points. It's no extra for this leader for the stream. So placing him here would be 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, put him with Anderson. Change those A1 to A1. A1 can disappear. Boom. I'll put A2. I know it's a bit superfluous, but there we go. Because these are all going to be removed soon. We're almost done for this turn. Okay. I think that's all of Ruggles' division done. And that brings us, so we put there, we put Ruggles' chit onto the display there. That's his last one. That just leaves, that is the last chit, the unassigned. Okay. I'm not actually sure how many unassigned we have left. They were moving with Withers. I think everyone for the Confederates. Yeah, there is no unassigned Confederate units. So that brings us to the end of the turn. Boom, boom. But what do we do at the end of the turn? Well, there's the end of turn segment, commander movement phase. So that's all the corps and army commanders. So let's start with Polk. We need to keep him within command range of Cheatham and Clark. He can move. If he moves more than 10 movement points, then he will struggle to spend efficiencies and such forth. So he's got a command range of 7. We need to keep him within 7 of Clark. Sorry, yeah, of Clark and Cheatham. We've also got Beauregard. He's got to be in command range of Beauregard. So let's see. Anyway, leaders move through. It's 1.5. That's 3. Then it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. That'll do him. Now Beauregard himself needs to keep Polk within 10. Okay, but we also want to start moving him up here a little bit because we've also got a. Actually, when do we do the see what happens to Johnson? Okay. Not sure where this leader loss is in addition to any rolls. We've got to do a leader loss check on him, basically. I think it's, oh, I bet. No point thinking. Double check. And we done at the beginning of the leader loss phase, the leader movement phase, which is now. So done should have been done before Polk. So he has used one of his abilities. So he will take a loss on a 0. He's okay. So now we can actually start worrying about where Beauregard is going to move to. I want to keep him within command range of him. But also want to start moving him a little bit towards this way as well. So Let's now leaders on the road are half. Okay, so that's you going galloping. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he went there, that'd be 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 5 to there. We would say we want to be within 10 of him. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then he's within, well, he's easily within 10 of him in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually you can go to there and he'd still be in range. Okay. So Beauregard had a little ride and so on. Because Bragg and Hardy. Now we want to get Hardy over to roughly where Claiborne is. The reason being, sort of rummaging around there, is Hindman is actively using wood and shavers, and Claiborne can activate as long as he's in command range of Hardy as well. But then we've got to keep Hardy in command range of Johnson. So now Hardy, if we move him, where's Claiborne? He's there. So Hardy could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure they don't pay extra for stream. No. 5, 6, 7 to there. 8 to there. 9, 10. So he could get to there. So let's do that. Let's move Hardy there. And then we've got to keep Johnson within 10 of him. But also Bragg. Well, let's move Bragg and let's see. Because where's Bragg's divisions? So we've got Ruggles and Withers. So if we get him sort of around here-ish, then we can move Johnson up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, 6 at the moment, and we've got to keep Ruggles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, it's 2, 4, 6. That keeps Ruggles in command. Okay, so with Bragg there, Johnson here. We need Johnson sort of around about here, don't we? With a 10. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4. Yeah. I'm sure that stream crossing, I think we just already worked out they don't have to pay for. No. So 10 in there, we need, if he was here, that would be 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's move a little bit closer there. Then it's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Keeping both. So, yeah, a lot of jiggery pokery there, but I think we got there in the end for the Confederate command. Right. Okay. Prentice and Miller can't move. The only one, there's no corps commanders, and the army commander's not on the board, so there's no actual officers to move for the Union. Replacement recovery phase, no eliminated leaders to replace. Undertaking reserve, none of these including route, fatigue, and struggler recovery. No, because no one's been placed into reserves that's taken any losses. Remove commands from reserve status if so desired. So I've got to work out if any, well, that will be done at the beginning of next turn. Combat effectiveness phase. Okay. Is Prentice still combat effective. Okay, so he's, yeah, I need to double check the rules on combat effectiveness. Okay, so I'm determining if Peabody's command is combat ineffective. It's a brigade. Now, under the actual rules, it says brigades become combat ineffective when one or both of the following situations exist. All regiments, excluding those yet to enter as reinforcements, are either eliminated, collapsed, disordered, or routed. Well, that's definitely the case because this 15th Michigan has joined Peabody's, didn't it? Okay. Is it Michigan? Am I? Missouri? Not sure. Hold on. In my book, I keep pushing it. It has got the order of battles of these opposing armies. So what does MI stand for? I know you Americans are going, oh, come on. Really? But I'm from the UK. So, right. So 15th MI. 15th Michigan. Ooh. Yes, the 15th Michigan. So it joined Peabody's command. So Peabody had at the beginning 4 regiments, which were, just get his book again, 12th Michigan, 21st Missouri, 25th Missouri, and 16th Wisconsin. And now the 15th Michigan, which was unassigned, has now joined it. So that takes him to 5 regiments. Of those 5 regiments, 3 are routed and 1's disordered, which is the 16th Wisconsin. However, as it said there, all regiments, excluding those yet to enter, are either eliminated, collapsed, disordered, or routed. So no, not all of them. Because of that with Michigan, that first condition doesn't apply. The second one, more than 1/2 of the brigade's regiments are eliminated, collapsed, or routed. More than 1/2. There's 5 regiments in the brigade. 3 of them are routed. So Peabody has become combat ineffective. What does that mean? I hear you scream at the screen. The main effect is that they will only get a maximum of 2 activations next turn. I thought there was some effect on UDDs and such forth, but it doesn't seem to be. So yeah, their maximum is they're going to get 2 activations next turn. Basically, that command needs to be pulled out of the line as soon as possible. It's in a bad way. That shot marker should have been off. Okay. So yeah, they're not in a happy place at all. However, that's the only one that's at that state. The Hildebrand, I mean, they got 1 unit routed. They got, yeah, 1 unit routed, 1 unit disordered. Let me just double check Hildebrand. Hildebrand has got 3 regiments, 1 of which is routed, 1 of which is disordered, the other one's fine. So going back on its 2 conditions, 1 or both of all regiments are either eliminated, collapsed, disordered, or routed. No. More than 1/2 the brigade's regiments are eliminated, collapsed, or routed. No. Notice it didn't include disorder in that second category. So at the present moment, Hildebrand is still combat effective, not ineffective. Whew. And that is the last part, in fact, the very last part of the turn is the turn record track, which I will now do. That will take us to 8 a.m. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. Well, got there. That was a long turn. And I think I've got a feeling they're going to get longer. Okay, let me bring this back up to the front and we'll have a little bit of a jibber jabber. Well, not much really happened in that turn other than we finished the turn. Yeah, we had Prentice. Turned out he had no further activations, and yeah, finish off with Ruggles there, and that was it. And the end of turn sequence, all done. So we got to the end of the 7 a.m. turn. It took a fair few videos. I mean, that was 29. We start at 13. So what's that? 10, 16 episodes to get through a turn. And I should imagine the 8 and so on turns are going to be longer with more Union units starting to activate. Have the Confederates done much damage to the Union yet? No. I mean, it's taken them effectively 2 hours to actually get to grips with starting to crunch through Prentice's division there, and then they're going to have to push on. That Union morale is very brittle, especially on these first few hours. I should imagine that'll start to stiffen as we progress, and as the Confederate fatigue, because they've marched a long, long way. But anyway, that will be seen starting at the 8 a.m. turn next episode. I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know if you did, with a comment, something along that line. If you don't fancy doing a comment, just do the like, because again, it all works in the algorithm. It gets my videos noticed, and yeah, at the end of the day, that's what we want, isn't it? I want my videos noticed, so I get more comments, more people telling me what they like, what they dislike, and so on. A fair bit of effort goes into making these, reading the rules for a start, one of these things. That's just the special rules. It's the actual book I keep mentioning is this one I picked up for a fairly reasonable price on eBay. I did ask for recommendations, but most of the recommendations that the guys recommended were quite expensive. This was less than £5, including postage. So and it gives me as much detail as I need. I mean, the main thing, bringing it back up, it does have a fairly detailed order of battle of each regiment there. So that's why, which I would have liked actually in that. It's all right saying this brigade, that brigade. We would like to know what regiments are in there, because that then, because the units are all over the place, letting me know how many actual regiments are in each brigade, which this does. So this, to me, even for that, if the text is not the most detailed or the most crunchy, I mean, there's some nice pictures in there. I don't know if you can see those. I'd recommend get this book if you just want to learn a little bit. I mean, some of the actual color plates are quite nice, and there are some quite nice. I mean, this is not turning into a book review, but it looks like it is, situational battle diagrams such as that, which are very nice and gives me as much detail that I really need. And I've also got Foote's a narrative Civil War, if I want some more specific details on particular guys and how they're fighting and so on, because that is a wonderful set of books as well. But absolutely, do I need a 500-page treatise on this battle? No. I probably wouldn't get around to reading it anyway, because I've got a gaming shelf of shame. I've also got a book shelf of shame too, or one or two of those. And one or two. Now I've got cabinets of shame of games. Anyway, enough jibber jabber from me. Thank you for watching, and until next time, play games, have fun. Bye, internet.